worry about this whole rift situation.
Aggressors in range.
Quick once over.
I've no doubt they'll be too cowardly to face an arbiter in open combat.
We must bring Aza, draw them out, then land the killing blow.
No time to talk, Commander. Not when we're so close to spilling Ziegler's guts. I mean...
Commander, a moment of your time, if you would. Commander, I'm glad I managed to intercept you before we left. There's something at the forefront of my mind that I'd care to discuss. I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island. You asked before, and I did not mention it. But with Virgil's message, I now must warn you. Our greatest suspect in the Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul. Our mentor always disdained him thoroughly, and he our mentor. If anyone would have had reason to slay her, it would have been him. But we have needed evidence. Evidence that I believe Virgil now possesses. Ha! I sincerely expect not. Much like myself, Virgil has been trained differently from the average Arbiter. His approach differs even from my own. Virgil often prefers to watch rather than act, and was often lenient with sentencing where I was not. This behavior was often criticized by the Supreme Arbiter, but there have been occasional rare instances where treating a subject with mercy ultimately resulted in better behavior. It is a novel, albeit strange, philosophy. The onset of war has tested my previously held notions most thoroughly, but an arbiter holds to their values. I believe Virgil feels the same. Whatever the case, Virgil awaits us on Paradise Island, Commander. I hope we shall find time to go there.
Stop right there, Arbiter Rao. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The Consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly in the hopes that you will comply with his request and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to Sentinels or the Consul.
Questions of intent. Now, what shall it be, Arbiter Rao? I sent the message that drew you here. Virgil shall not arrive to aid your decision-making.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Virgil, touting your flair for the dramatic, even now I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the Consul.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal. I'm sure he only told you such a thing to lower your guard. All the easier to slide a blade between your ribs. This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the Consul's own.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
Your explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you. Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul, alongside all other Arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went, we would have been returned whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling of what you speak. My only master is the Protectorate. My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
For the same reason that a sprat would not answer a Canid's invitation to dinner.
Not quite how I would put it. We simply do not answer to the Consul. I viewed answering his summons as contradictory with my present duties, and chose to ignore them.
If you had nothing to hide, you would have answered his summons. Now, I'm here to make certain you can avoid them no longer.
Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the Consul's summons.
You don't look like a scientist.
I'm sure you've heard the rumors that our foodstuffs have been 2% less nutritious than in the past. We seek to rectify this most worrisome factoid.
I see. It would appear I misjudged this situation after all. I must reinterpret my orders. Accosting you illegally and the subsequent punishment would be mortifying.
So he's chosen not to attack, but the situation has not changed. We spare him. His master gains another tool to cover up the Supreme Arbiter's death.
What are you talking about? I do not seek to hide the Supreme Arbiter's death. I seek to find her killer. Such was next on my list of duties after I apprehended you.
This is all clearly a tactic on the Consul's behalf. By sending out his agents, he seeks to deflect suspicion from himself. That is, if our compatriot here speaks true.
What must you think of me, or my fellow Sentinels, that you'd even suggest I'd lie to arbiters? I'm not the one positing scurrilous accusations about our beloved Consul. But you needn't take me at my word. My next assignment was to investigate the Oculus collating post. A hidden room there may contain information pertinent to the investigation. I cannot speak to its purpose, only that it is strange and worthy of investigation.
Or it is yet another falsity, intended to draw us close before snapping our necks.
It's a risk worth taking. I can endure whatever the Consul sends my way, and if there is a minuscule chance that this Sentinel speaks true, we must investigate.
I'm pleased to be of service, in some manner or another. Protectorate subjects should aid one another. If you had not interrupted me, I would have committed a terrible injustice upon my brethren. If I am to be punished for my failing, I will suffer the consequences head high. I will take my leave of the lot of you, and in peace. It is my sincere hope that circumstances are as you claim, lest we be forced to meet again.
I shall follow him out, just to certify he intends to act as he speaks. That's done with. He left peaceably, as he said, though I have my doubts for how long.
That was some impressively savvy improvisation before, Commander. Without you, circumstances would have certainly devolved into a battle to the death.
I'll spare you my doubts for the umpteenth time, Tristan. I just hope the risk is worthwhile.
I appreciate your caution, but it is quite unnecessary. My comrade and I will look into Oculus collating post. I do. It's important to follow whatever leads we can if we wish to find the truth. I regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.
Ah, Commander. Caught me cogitating. I was just thinking about making some tweaks to Val. Hoping it'll help. Ha! You know your automechs. All of the above, more or less. Val's old in automech years, so she requires a lot of routine maintenance to prevent her hardware and systems from deteriorating further. Yep, gotta fill the hours with something, right? Most times I find working on Val relaxing, actually. Meditative. It's nice being able to identify a problem and just fix it. That's it exactly. Everything else turns into kind of a low static hum. Easier to ignore. Val saved my life after Horizon Point. And she's been saving my life every day since. Partly, I'm just glad to return the favor, even if I am just putting off the inevitable. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time, yammering. But thanks for stopping by. Hey, Commander. Can we talk? Promise it'll be quick. I wanted to apologize for the way I handled things after Greater Tranquility. I still feel my anger was justified, but I could have been more tactful. I've also given some thought to what you said about not killing DeVries in cold blood. And you're right. We can't lose ourselves like she did. We've got to be better. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We can get back to the mission now. Only felt right to clear the air. I've learned the hard way what happens when you leave things to fester. Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure, if anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized purpleberry crunch in their mattress, it's an Auntie's Choice trooper. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Heard and acknowledged, Commander. Oh yeah? What's needling you? Shit. Knew I was forgetting something. They're all yours if you want them. I had some trouble adjusting in the years after Horizon Point. I was in pain more times than I wasn't. Had trouble sleeping. The drinks helped. Until they didn't. I will. Just so long. Glad you stopped by. I had something I wanted to ask you. Now that we're out of pulping distance, are you sure about recruiting that Arbiter? That hammer's a fine piece of weaponry, sure enough. But how much can we trust the hand wielding it? I'm flattered. But if there's any match to be made for a Directorate agent, you've just brought him onto our ship. Armed. Arbiters ain't like us. Facts matter less to them than personal judgments. Once the boulder's going, someone's getting crushed. I've seen it happen more than once. Yeah, right up until he decides we need a little judging too. I'm guessing you didn't come here to talk about Rao, though. So what's on your mind? Marisol settling nicely? Well, I assume so. I'm actually a little scared to ask. She's like a character from the Zane and Buddy serials come to life. I mean, the end point? Tell me that don't just scream lead ne'er-do-well in a suspenseful two-parter. Maybe don't tell her I said that, though. It was less merger and more hostile takeover. I don't have all the details, but it sounds like and now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire system. Always up for a little backfence talk, though I'm guessing you don't mean Val. Sure thing. I trust you've got particulars in mind. I'm all for giving folks a chance, but a cultist, Commander? Really? Sure. About as harmless as a... Leaving all else aside, the problem is that we don't know this woman, and she's not giving us much cause to trust her. In fact, I say it's just the opposite. All right, Commander. I'll play nice. Anyway, need something, Commander? Whatever you need, Commander. Just name it. Running with you reminds me of my old days with Zeb. The good times, anyway. Always up for a little backfence talk. Can't say she's still got more loyalty to... Well, I still wouldn't play the odds on... Underneath, future's always changing, though. Who knows? Well, I still wouldn't play the odds on him choosing us over the Protectorate if it came right down to it. But I'd be happy to be proven wrong there. Truth be... At least that's what I would say if I was feeling charitable. Sure thing. I trust you've got... Future's filled me with dread for so long, but now... Always up for a little backfence talk, though I'm guessing you don't mean Val. Sure thing. I trust you've got particulars in mind. Oh yeah? What's needling you? Fair point. Guess Horizon Point didn't exactly foster a lasting fellowship, did it? All just before the invasion, at least, the Earth Directorate still needed someone. Not always. The way you're gawping at me right now makes me think I appreciate the concern. Won't lie, had some hard years. Figured that's what we were doing right now. I found you. Oh, and Val's been stalling less since I patched her acclimator. Ship doesn't smell anymore. That's about it. Spratwurst. Be pretty horrifying if I wasn't. I was trying to teach myself some new skills in the galley. Val got it into her hardware. I needed a hobby. Well, I learned about 20 ways how not to fix a worst. I could ask you the same thing. Sometimes I wonder what would have... I knew joining up with the Earth Directorate wasn't going to be not much Sorry, that was blunt. I just get tired of talking around. But back to your initial... Only thing I know for sure is my opinion today is you buttering me up for a favor? I'll tell you right now. Well then, thanks. I've got time. Like most colonies, Triangulum's known for... Can't remember a time I didn't end the day all banged. You never forget... Funny thing was, I wasn't even an engineer back then. I was, a day later, didn't want to bring any heat down on anyone else, so I went on the run before the first jack... Not as worried as I was on the run then. The Earth Directorate showed up. They liberated... She was one of the forward 8. She was no nonsense. I liked her. And for some reason, sure was. Kept hoping. My folk, they tried. I don't like feeling like I was adding to their... Yeah, no point missing something you're never getting back, though. That's it. Even if... How about this? We ever make... Oh, yeah. If it ain't my favorite commander, just... Oh, yeah? What's needling you?
I'm glad we made it off Greater Tranquility Station, Presumably, I only hope we do not pay for this decision in the future. But let us focus on the task.
I recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me. In places, these security measures should not be operational. And the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully. Is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We'd best first report to security ops, lift this lockdown. From there, we can set about reactivating the station's primary power, which will allow us to explore unhindered. That a footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be honest. Someone else may be here. My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor. Endeavor. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room. The reactor activation circuits shall likely be dysfunctional. It's a known issue with these older stations. Corroded transistors, dust in the actuator. Did a sprat gnaw on this? Sweet sovereign, what a mess. There. I think I have it. Let us hope my override does not trigger any security alerts. Good. This should avail us of a much simpler search. Let us return to the central room once more and see if anything seems out of place. Be wary for anything that may be a clue to the hidden room's location. There. I'm certain of movement.
Passcode is Limber. No. Let's try Amulet. No. Wingtip. No. Sovereign's Gavel. I should remember this. Damn it. Oh! Wait. Oh, no.
Stay whatever fool words you ready in your defense, for they shall avail you not. I accuse you of trespassing upon the private domain of the Sovereign. For these crimes... Wait, I know you. Luther Okada? What in blazes are you doing here? And why do you wear a Sub Rosa uniform?
Because I work for Sub Rosa? More than that, I don't think I can say, Cadet Rao. Mostly because I'm not supposed to, but also because I can't remember.
Okada is, or was, a petty troublemaker, though a crafty one. As cadets, Virgil and I apprehended him often. Sometimes Virgil let him go, but he usually went to mental refreshment.
Often enough to know the technicians by name. Until I forgot them again.
This truly is no ploy. But mental refreshment is supposed to return wayward subjects to the proper path, not cause... whatever this is. Despite his faults, the Okada I knew was ultimately benign. But the fact remains that he now trespasses in a secure facility. Duty dictates that I must execute him. That's a wise path. One that shall give me time to contemplate what must be done.
An Arbiter used the word execute in the last few seconds, yet I remain alive? Didn't think that was possible. I was sent here to do a specific job, but some of the details are hazy. Gives me conniptions. I was hired by an anonymous third party. They provided me with the station's location and credentials to bypass its defenses. May have tripped a few on my way here. Can't recall. I was told the station was abandoned, which it clearly isn't, and to break into this terminal and delete the information on it. That is all I know. I didn't. I was only told it was hidden. My memories of home may be gone, but my instincts are still intact. Such comfort as that merits.
Ignorance does not excuse criminal action. Even if you did not know the severity of this infiltration, it remains a deadly serious infraction.
He and the other one must have put me away close to 12 times each. I used to be something of a ne'er-do-well.
Ne'er-do-well is a polite term. He was a repeat malefactor. I believe last time we met, he'd vandalized a janitorial automech in an attempt to make it spew profanity.
I got 18 months of hard labor for that. Served me right.
That's interesting, but it must be false. Sub Rosa is a large organization. Whoever asked for Okada must have wanted him specifically. But why?
I didn't used to be like this. I can still sneak with the best of them. Not being able to remember doesn't make me any worse as an agent. It doesn't.
Any of my fellow arbiters would have killed you before this conversation began. But I can't decide whether to disdain or pity you. I don't know that I can. He is a trespasser. His slipping mind matters not. My duty dictates it. Killing Okada may not affect the one who hired him, but his trespass is an indelible fact. He should not be here. That doesn't mean anything. An Arbiter cannot trespass. And even if I could, I still act with the Protectorate's best interests in mind. Not out of some base self-interest. Were the situation different, perhaps I could look the other way. But Okada has clearly defected, and is thus not afforded such a luxury. I am familiar with the concept, but in the Protectorate, intent matters little. Manslaughter still results in death. Sedition can happen unconsciously, just as it may consciously. We are presented with the rules by our leaders. If the rules are not there, we are not to follow them. That is how I was taught. Though this is hardly the place for a discussion about Protectorate law, I do at least see your point. You have my trust, but if I am to remain loyal to my morals, I must be convinced. It is fortunate you have gained my trust, or I would not bend to one who had not. Justice must serve a purpose. Okada may live, and I hope we shan't regret it. Be gone. You've been granted your final stay of execution. Should our paths ever cross again, you know what will occur.
I didn't think this would happen. Thank you, Cadet Rao. My apologies for all the strife I caused over the years. And you. Without you, I would have been reduced to my composite parts. Here, take these. I suppose you'll have more use for them than I, in my present state.
Allowing a Sub Rosa agent to leave with his life in the heart of a Protectorate station. We may have to speak on this further. But let us see what we came here for first. The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal, I believe I know the answer. It is contained in a phrase the Supreme Arbiter drilled into our heads for many years. An Arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an Arbiter's scalpel is analysis. Try entering that. From that terminal, it sounds as if the Supreme Arbiter had some sort of business with the Consul. To what end, I wonder? The tone of her response seemed relaxed, but I do not believe she would have met with the Consul unless she had no other choice. And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be working for. Only the Consul. But the Protectorate does not ally itself with Sub Rosa. I couldn't imagine the Consul pinning his duties on someone so clearly out of sorts as our recently departed friend. Besides, he has his own agents. Well, at least we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I only hope whatever awaits us at Central Control is less tumultuous. As for Okada, I'm not sure what to think. My decision to allow him to go free was at odds with all I have been taught. He was a traitor and should have died. Yet, I cannot help but feel strangely justified. My role does not allow for mercy. I am supposed to uphold the Protectorate's laws. How can I claim thus if I allowed a traitor to go free? To me, there cannot be. That is, there isn't. That's not possible, and I cannot afford to think of it as such. Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task. Hopefully, we'll grow ever closer to discovering the Supreme Arbiter's true killer. And, circumstances aside, I appreciate your accompanying me here, Commander. It means much. Now let us return to the Incognito and plan out our next steps.
Did you need me for something? To tell the truth, I'm feeling a bit wrung out. I have good days and bad, pain-wise. I just need a little down. Ironically, it's sitting or standing still that hurts most. All the fluids sort of pool. Won't say it's the most comfortable thing to wear, but it gets the job done. Took some time for me to regain my balance and learn how to Me too. I also thought, at least in those first few... Wait, Commander. Before you head off, how are you faring? Good. I was thinking about waking up 10 years from the time you knew in a hostile colony at war. I won't...
It would appear our next stop is Praetor, specifically Central Control. I look forward to traveling there, once you've sufficiently prepared. Excellent. I look forward to...
This is Auntie Cleo, offering a warm welcome to all visiting Auntie's Choice employees, affiliates in training, and ethically grey consultants who labor with committing to a side.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a battle for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down from honest feet to each successive generation. Spacer's choice, woman, and mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations. Who unfairly stack the deck against the little person as they try thus at Tau City. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsor Tossball team, the Leo's darlings refused to do.
Oh boy, new guns.
Down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jeter Tyler, sixth base person for Auntie Cleo's Darlings.
You go on ahead. I'm shilly-shallying about what to do.
Please have identification, transfer work, and a reasonable bribe at the ready. Ah, you're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current standing with corporate affairs. Well, you're in luck. Auntie's Choice is hiring outside contractors, and an Earth Directorate agent should fit the bill nicely. Alrighty. Commencing. Really? Reads like a recap of an Aetherwave drama. You're the questionable sort who we do business with. but you're definitely not our best friend. You should probably consider accepting our special offer. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice holo advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia. Anecdotal feedback from paid experts shows it increases the odds of a ship's crew purchasing Auntie's Choice products by a whopping 11%. Splendid. Should be ready next. Enjoy your time on the ACS Undisputed. From there, make your way through the Esplanade to the head office tower reception desk for details on. This area is for client intake specialists only. So, I admire your go where I want attitude.
Between our top division. Hard feelings really stirring the pot. Unorthodox? Well, no, not really. But I get results.
You have questions? We have answers. Anything you need to know about this fine location? For a minute. Like what? Ask away. Well, farewell.
Anti-Fizzos, back your
Tronicular, arriving. Any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake.
Wow, this is first class.
Any questions? Like what? A potential outside contractor. Check in with the... There's a stop for head office tower on the Tronicular if you've got an all-access pass. Or you can hoof anything else you need to know about this place. The Esplanade. There's a Macdef. You're not thinking of trying... Oh, that's an easy one. There's... Like who? Or whom? I don't need details on anybody else. No way you're getting to see her with... Like most of our execs, she can... Well, for...
And on. We will. Products. We have a wide range of goods for everyone, from the most extravagant to the most fit-minded customers. We have food and drink for every meal you can imagine, plus a few more that you can't imagine, but that we can sell you recipes for.
Parasite-free purple berries. The term parasite-free indicates the fact that any... Auntie's Choice Choice product is provided free of charge.
The ACS Undisputed Claim is not only our corporate headquarters and flagship, it's the heart of our efforts to spread unbridled self-betterment and free trade across the galaxy. Our flagship also sports a bustling commercial promenade where you'll find a wide assortment of products, wares, and miscellaneous bric-a-brac from all Auntie's Choice departments. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is...
Hey you, soldier with the, got a delivery for an Inez Silong? That you? I mean, I'm sure it's you, considering there aren't many of you folk running about.
Yeah, it's me all right.
Hey, just a courier friend. Nothing funny like. A soldier named Ortiz hired me to find you.
Ortiz was in my unit. Good man, but ain't sure why he's reaching out now.
One more thing, friend. Consider this your formal reminder that we don't offer return-to-sender service, unless you pay double, plus expedite.
Never thought you'd manage to save DeVries along with the delegates. They could reckon my being present. There's one thing I can't shake, though. Wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it? Don't suppose it could... By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the Rift Tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie, I'd agree. Still, whether we... Anyway, appreciate you hearing...
Just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
So, as our item,
Do Auntie's Choice operatives develop an immunity to cacophony such as this? This? Or are they simply fond of constant mild torture?
Chewing is for chumps and your doctor called and said you're dangerously dehydrated. They said it's imperative that you spend some bits on life-saving liquid V-Tide. Just name your...
Unrelated bric-a-brac. We market the most miscellaneous miscellany on the Ace. One person's hodgepodge is another's eclectic gallimaufry.
With Auntie's Choice.